Hello there, it's Teacher KJ, but you could also call me Kat. I'm so glad that you could join me here today for another chance to chat. Bago ang lahat, gusto ko muna pong magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga nanood ng The KJ Conversations Episode 1. My heart leaps with so much joy every time I see your likes and comments, especially yung mga nakasama ko sa premiere live chat. I sincerely hope na meron po kayong napulot na learning or inspiration or motivation dahil yun naman po talaga ang dahilan kung bakit tayo nandito. And like what I said in the previous episode, recently I've been being compelled to talk about surrender and control. Kaya naman on this episode of the KJ Conversations, we are going to talk about where surrender begins. Just a quick backstory for everyone. 2021 has been such a challenging year for me. Just when I thought that I've gotten used to the new normal, dahil lumipas ang 2020 na hindi kami nagkasakit and everything, my family got COVID in September. During that time, I felt quite overcome by anxiety, and a lot of that springs from life being even more unexpected than it already is. During those times, I was trying my best to power through life pa din. Pero even after we recovered from COVID, meron pa ring lingering worry or fear within me from asking myself a lot of questions. And a lot of them includes what ifs. Like, what if mangyari to? What if hindi to mangyari? What if mali pala to? Or what if tama pala to? A lot of those questions. And for a person who likes to plan, to have a routine and schedule, and be in control, suddenly being put in such an unexpected situation that renders the future unknown really pushed me to the edge. Then one day, a seemingly small event tipped me off. Um, One tiny thing made me feel like the reality as I know it was swept from under my feet. Pero dahil may work ako, nagpapaka-strong tayo. I tried to get through my classes and my daily tasks as I would usually do, like nothing happened, like I was completely okay. Then that night, when everything was quiet and I was left without distractions, I had to face what I was feeling. And I found myself being confused. People who know me well would know na I'm a terrible crybaby. Masaya, malungkot, galit, stressed, or kahit nagalingan ako sa isang taong kumakanta or sumasayaw, may iyak ako. Sobrang babaw talaga ng luha ko. Pero that night, I knew that something was wrong because even as I was waiting for tears to come, they never came. Ganun kagulo yung thoughts and feelings ko during that time that I couldn't even cry even if I wanted to. And in that moment of confusion and helplessness, I uttered a prayer and I simply asked God to grant me a restful sleep because I knew it would be challenging given all the thoughts and feelings that are going on inside of me. And I also asked that if He decides to wake me up the next day, for Him to tell me exactly what to do. Because at that point, I really didn't know what to do anymore. And of course, by God's grace, I did have a restful sleep and He obviously woke me up again kasi andito pa ako kasama ninyo. And as for telling me what to do, I believe God answered me quite clearly with the word surrender. Because I saw it on the pages of the book I was reading at the time. on the messages in my daily devotions, and even days later, I heard it during our church Bible study and church service. And iniisip ko during that time, if that wasn't being told what to do, I don't know what is anymore. Right now, I'm still learning about it, and it's not the easiest thing to do, surrender. But I believe that making the decision day by day, moment by moment, and breath by breath to let go and surrender is one of the best things, if not the best thing, that I can do to live my life. Not according to my own plan, but according to God's plan for me. With the little knowledge I have so far about letting go of my control over my life, one question is important, and yan yung sasagutin natin ngayon, which is, where does surrender begin? If you are someone like me who has a lot of anxiety and would like to take on this journey as well, where could you begin? And in answer to this question, I look back to where my journey began. It all started with that simple prayer. There was nothing special about it, no profound words or elaborate requests. The only thing I think that sets that prayer apart from all the other prayers I've ever prayed before is humility. Surrender begins when our heart is humble enough to accept our limitations and weaknesses. Once we accept how powerless we really are, we become open to asking for help from God and others as well. In reality, we can never really micromanage every tiny detail of our life. And we can only respond to life as it is presented in the present moment, in the now. But what happened before that, or what happens next, it's always beyond our control. We can only accept each situation, deal with them the best way that we can, given the knowledge and the awareness we have at that moment. And then, after that, we should just let things unfold as they should. I have so much to learn about surrender, and I am always grateful for every opportunity where God teaches me to surrender to His grand plan. While, to be honest, it is a massive challenge, I am deeply comforted and at peace with the knowledge that the God who perfectly made the universe also has the perfect plan for me and for you as well. Kung yun yung naiisip mo, wouldn't you ask yourself, what and whom shall I fear? I guess none. So, by all means, plan, pray, and hope for the future. But do so with a heart that requests and not demands. Remove your expectations on how things should be based on your own standards. Chances are, God's plan for you is so much better than what you could ever expect. This is only the beginning of our journey together in learning about surrender. I'm looking forward to learning more from you as you leave your comments and insights in this video, and from people we are going to have conversations with here in the near future. Thank you for listening to me today, and I look forward to seeing you here again next time.